In our work last week, we used the illustration that the Master used in the book of John. This is used in the 15th chapter of John. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Abide in me, and I in you. As the branch cannot bear fruit of itself, except it abide in the vine, no more can ye, except ye abide in me. And for that purpose, we use the illustration of a tree. Think of a tree. Think of a tree with its trunk and its root system down into the earth. And then think of the branches on the tree. And for a moment, think of yourself as a branch. And realize now how you are being fed. Through the trunk, or the vine, from the earth. The tree is rooted and grounded in the earth. And through its root system, it draws up into the trunk the food, the substance, that is to feed the branches and is to become the fruit. Now, as a branch, just remember that you are not dependent on any other branch. Remember, even as a branch in this room, you are not dependent on any other branch in this room. Not even on me up here. Why? Because as a branch, you are one with the vine, the trunk, which is the Christ of your being, the divine sonship. Do you see that? You, at this moment, are the branch, and that's visible. But you are at one with, connected with, the vine. That is the invisible Christ of your being. You can't see it, or hear it, or taste it, or touch it, or smell it. But this is the truth, that there is a vine to which you are attached. And that vine is your Christhood, your spiritual sonship, and it is the connecting link with the Father, the husbandman, which in the tree experience would be the ground, the earth, from which it draws itself. Now, God is the creative principle of the universe. God is the infinite universal. God is the ground. Yes, Jacob used that term for God, the ground, didn't he? The ground, he called God. The ground. And maybe this is what he meant, I don't know. But it's what I mean, that God is the infinite universal in which our real being is grounded, rooted, founded. And that Godhood or ground flows through the vine, the invisible Christhood of us, out here into visible expression as the branch and as the fruitage. Of course, fruitage would be our supply, our health, our home, our transportation. All of the things needful in our experience would be our fruitage. And so, if only you can see that what has fooled the world is this. They can acknowledge I am the branch because they see themselves. They cannot acknowledge the vine because it is invisible. It is an invisible part of your being. Surgery from head to foot will never reveal the Christ of your being. It isn't physical, but it's closer to you than breathing, nearer than hands and feet. It is the very spirit of your being, the very animating principle of your... It would be something like taking a seed and dissecting it to try to find life in it. The life isn't in the seed, and you'll never find it there. Life, the seed is embedded in life, and life flows in and out of the seed and around the seed and through it, but invisible. But supposing you looked at the seed and refused to believe that there is a life, well, the seed would remain a seed forever. There is a life, and you know it, and it acts upon the seed, and in the seed, and through the seed, and causes the seed to break open, and causes something to form and take root. Yeah, there is an invisible life that does that. We call it nature. Nobody knows any more about the word nature than they know about the word God. They're merely describing an invisible force or power. Now each one of us has within our own being the Christ or the vine to which we are attached. And that invisible vine in us is in its turn rooted and grounded in God, the infinite universal. Now as we realize this truth, we can see how much fruit can the branch have. Nothing in and of itself. Nothing, he says to us, in and of itself. I am the vine, ye are the branches. He that abideth in me, and I in him, the same bringeth forth much fruit, for without me ye can do nothing. Can a branch bring forth fruit unless it's connected first to the trunk and then to the ground? Can it? No. Cut a branch off the tree and see if it'll bear fruit. No. The branch must be at one with its trunk and then at one with the ground, then it can bear fruit. And so with us. We think of ourselves as this much because that's all that's visible. And we forget that the greater part of us is invisible, and first of all that is the Christ, the Spirit of God, or connecting link with God. And then there is also God, the infinite invisible. Now if you could see yourself in that light, can you not see that if you are out in the desert alone or out in mid-ocean alone, that you would have no concern for your welfare? Can you see right now that at this very moment every one of us can drop all concern for all of the rest of our life so that we can literally fulfill the greatest teaching the Master ever gave? Take no thought for your life, what you shall eat, what you shall drink, wherewithal ye shall be clothed.